I think it'll be okay. They're like, look at that lady. She's making her clients hold the footage. But yeah, so, and I mean, I was telling a guy earlier and whatnot, and he was a senior, and then he was like, and I told him next time, and he like wanted to pay me more now, and I was like, no, I felt bad, I was like, I'm just like giving you a heads up and whatnot.
Yeah. I think incentivizing packages is a great idea for sure, though. Incentivizing, the more you get, the less it costs. Whereas this package is, does that make sense at all?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think that's good.
Because with nails, it would be like, I am probably gonna, because my full sets are $39, and I'm thinking, because either way, I still give people like $5 or $10 off. Well, if I take $5 off and do it for 34, then or whatever, or 35, then I don't have to give them a discount on top of that, and that would be the initial price.
Well, also find out what the industry is. What your competition offers you. We just offer like $5 less or something.
Well, the Asians next door, they're really, really cheap.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I called them this morning asking them what's the cost of they do a fill for like $15. I mean, that's cheap in Sandy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like super cheap.
So what's a fill?
A fill is like the whole acrylic where you're filling the nail where there's like regrowth. You're just packing it up with product and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that's what a fill is, and then a full set they charge $25, which is like still cheap. But I mean, yeah, when you think about it, not to be rude, they don't speak English. They're not personable with people. They're just like get you in and out. Well, here it's like we talk about life, we talk about anything, personal stuff, and we try to make a really good connection where a lot of my clients see me as their friend, not just like a in and out kind of market thing. And that's what I want. I want to be able to build relationships with people. And I mean, and you do hear about how some women or people in general are like, I've gone to so-and-so, but I'd rather pay $10 more knowing that I can communicate with my nail tech and she will give me what I want. Because a lot of them are like, oh, well, only square, or you know what I mean? The technician will tell them what they want, but they won't give in return.
Right. Setting alarms. Do you ever set alarms?
I do, yes.
So fun. It's so smart to do that. I always forget stuff, So we set an alarm.
Yeah, good way to stay on top of it. Yeah, my morning alarms are like start an hour before.
Yeah, no, that's what I do too, just to remind me. So for the day I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bookings made already. I mean, that's nice, but that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So yeah, alarms are awesome. That's what you gotta do. Okay, so you're gonna put the, oh, that's nice.
So this is the scrub. Hey there! Why? You're leaving already? It's 5? 4:30.
It's 4:30.
Are you coming back?
I don't know. I got pie to eat for my birthday.
Well, good job. That's I was gonna give you a free haircut and wax your ears. Yes, tomorrow, you know that person that you referred me to help me with the website? I'm gonna go see him, and then when I come back, I do have a client at 12, but then afterwards, I can pamper you. Yeah? What kind did you get? So I do have a nail in my tire, and I need to call some used tire places to see. And they close at 6, so I'm gonna see if I can do that tonight. Which I might not have time. The one that I go to for like $50 a piece per tire, which is really cheap.
Walmart. Go Walmart. Do it for $10. Yeah. What? Where is it? Sidewalk? Is it on the side of the tire, or is it on the?
It's on like the middle.
Yeah, that's not $50. That's like $5.
Well, I was gonna buy some used tires, and they're pretty inexpensive. Cause I need new tires as it is, and one of them, like my tire is ripped. It has like a flap, so I'm surprised it hasn't popped. Yeah. So I was thinking to go to Glenn's and get some cheap used tires. Yeah.
I usually go to Walmart and get my tire stuff done,
But why do you ask, Bree? Do you want to come back if I don't?
I wanted to, but I don't know if I'll have a right to come back. But if you come back, text me and don't.
Well, if anything, I would stay, because I mean, right now it's almost 5, and by the time I'm done with John, and I haven't fed my child.
Still have to go pick up her mom.
Yeah?
So Ryan's gonna drop us off at my house. I think she's just kind of sharing like a little bit, so I'm not trying to be like driving around.
Yeah.
I just have to go pick her up.
Well, you let me know
Okay.
in like 30 minutes if you do want to come back or not.
Okay. Not at the water where she's probably. Okay, I'll text you this.
Okay, happy birthday, Brian.
Happy birthday!
Yeah.
How much is it per tire then?
So the used ones are really inexpensive because I mean, if I don't get new tires, it's like a few $100 per, or because I do have a little SUV. So you have to have certain tires for it. But I mean, to get 4 new tires, you're spending like $500-600.
Yeah, but you don't
So,
need four. You
no.
just need to do it, right?
Yeah, so if I just get
But you need
two,
it balanced. You need to have it well balanced though.
yeah. So if I get 2 front ones, which is what I need, then it should pretty much balance it for now. And then a little bit later, I'll get some more. But it's just the
So
2.
be safe. Oh my gosh, seriously, be safe. That's if it's like flapping out.
Well, I mean, it's probably about an inch of tear that it has.
How did that happen? I wonder.
It's been like that for quite some time. Believe it or not, it really has been like that for, I want to say, about 6 months or so.
Oh, wow.
And I've been riding like that. I guess I'm living on the edge.
That's pretty blew out. That would be pretty catastrophic.
Yeah, I went to go put, what is it called? Air in my tire.
Yeah.
And I noticed that it had a nail in it. Sorry. And so I was like, well, I better go do something about it before.
This is the same tire with the flap in it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the nail in the tire. That's not very expensive to fix. It's like $10-15 at the very most. You know, when you put a plug in it.
Yeah. But
Yeah, it's not that expensive.
it's time. It's time I give that tire up.
Just let it go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. How's your new place then?
You know, it's so good.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm
That's-
hardly ever there. Earlier this weekend, we slept at my mom's.
Okay.
So, and I was like thinking, okay, to my son, I'm like, well, what's the point of moving out if we're going to spend the night there? You know, but it is what it is. He wanted to sleep there. I don't want to be home alone. So that's no fun for me. Then I miss him, and then I'm like, what's the point of my life?
Good afternoon, Big Chambers. I could give you, I could get you in from 5:30. You want to come in then? Yeah. I've got a 7:30 taken, and I can get you in 8:30 time.
Yes.
Oh,
Huh?
sounds good. Thanks so much. Anything else on that?
Do you want to wait, or do you want a sandwich or something from next door? Huh? No, I'm sick of pizza, Archie. No pizza. We never finished eating that one pizza, remember? What else do you want? Archie, can you get John some water, please?
Oh, I'm good. I'm fine for now.
You can take it with you.
I guess we just put it right here, this or something.
Thank you.
Actually, let's put on the bags.
It's okay. If you do.
Thanks, bud. How are you doing?
Ask him how he's doing. I don't think he likes it when I try to make him be more talkative. He's really shy.
Archie is? Archie's shy?
Archie, come talk to John.
I love it.
No, he's completely silent. He's not even breathing.
But I just had somebody want to do a video call on with me.
What does that mean? Oh, like on Facebook?
No, I mean, I was just talking on my phone and I went to turn it
Oh.
off and I saw my face right in the front there and I was like, wait, I think this is turned on. It's switched on.
I guess the video season is in.
You know, once we're done here, can I get those flags in that other room for you?
Sure.
pick up this tape too, or not?
Huh?
Can I grab this tape off the floor?
Sure, John.
Unless you need it there. for
Well,
something
I
else.
wasn't going to take it off till I finish, but I am going to take some pictures to do some hiring,
Oh, really?
to do some hiring flyers to take them to the schools and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So then in that case, I mean, it looks all right, especially if the tape isn't there for pictures and whatnot. But the tape is what makes it look not so finished.
Right, right.
Because Brian was like, just take pictures of what you have. It looks good. Just, you know, kind of move things around or whatnot.
Yeah,
Um, Yeah, and so then I was like, well, that's a good idea.
Brian referred you back to the website guy, no? Probably Brian.
Well, there's this friend that he knows that helped him with his, and so then I called up this guy, and well, after Brian talked to him, and he was like, we were talking on the phone, figuring out what like my objective is, and I told him I just wanted to make it easier for people to be able to go on there, schedule an appointment, just because I am going to get busier and I plan on getting busier. It just makes it hard to like text back, email back, or message back people on Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is. That way they can just go on there and do like schedule the time and date, and then it'll just pop up for my next appointment. And you know how like you come in every time and you're like, well, how about your website? And I'm like, John, stop it.
Oh, it's smart.
And then after going to that one class, I like couldn't sleep all night, believe it. I'm like trying to figure out new price ranges and like Googling Amber Renee Salon and other places trying to figure out what it is. But then I called the Asian place next door and I'm like, hey, you guys are way too cheap. And I tried calling Lux Beauty right there. The eyelash place, they do manis and petties too, but they didn't answer me.
Well, don't tell them where you're from.
Well, no, I when I did call them, the Asian place, I was like, hi, me and my mom are looking to come and get manis and petties and acrylics together, so what are your prices and whatnot. But
They didn't tell you? The other people didn't tell you?
well, the other people didn't answer their phone. It sounded like it was just some sort of cell phone, because on the voicemail portion, it was saying this person hasn't set up their mailbox or something like that.
Right, so
Yeah, so I'm like, maybe they're just using their phone. But I've also advertised, because with the phone that I called, which is my cell phone, it's under my sister's name, but we have the same last name. But I did advertise some of my new cards towards the Bhutan restaurant, so I don't know if I placed it on one of their cars, and they
Yeah.
maybe remember my last name when they're like, when it showed up on their caller ID as Valentina Delia, that they were like, oh, it's that
Which
one
last
owner.
name? Adelia?
Delia.
Adelia?
Uh-huh.
I mean, you're Arabian, right?
Close. I am Albanian and Bosnian. Yeah, and they were saying with the GoDaddy.com that also has a scheduling thing where you can schedule appointments and stuff like that.
Yeah, so there's, so, yeah, I heard about that with, Wix as well. I didn't go with that. I haven't tried that out.
Who do you use?
I'm with Bookio. Just go to bookio.com and theirs is $40 a month.
Oh wow.
And you just email them your questions, you know, and then they'll email you back within probably an hour or so. Usually. And so but they're based out of Australia though. But I stuck with Bookio because it's really cheap. $40 a month is not much, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's reliable. I haven't had any issues with it. I'm pretty happy with it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try this one and see how it goes, and hopefully it's not too technical, because they were saying that it automatically uploads to my Google Calendar.
I don't like Google though. I mean, they're so anti-privacy, and I'm honestly I've been researching into a more secure private email system, and I've come up with or found Proton.
And what do you mean anti-privacy? Because the only
I mean,
people.
Google is not. I mean, it makes it so that the government can look at your email whenever they like. I don't trust the government, honestly.
Really?
Oh yeah, I don't. I mean, I used to work for the government. I was. My government is not. They're not working for the people. They're working for themselves. I don't trust the government at all.
So then, what would they do?
I just use your information and you sell it to people they want.
The government would?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Huh.
I was a captain in the Air Force. Did I tell you about this?
Yeah.
I was a captain in the Air Force, so I had my reputation ruined like no other. And I don't know why. And so ever since then, I just really
That's crazy.
And then the new Google email stuff that came out, it just makes it so slow and decrepit that,
Well, this is not good news, John.
I'm not digging Google, I don't want Google. I have a lot of
I'm so
capabilities.
excited.
But, I mean, I'm looking into some other, more secure email, servers or facilities or whatever.
Mhm. Well, I mean, it's a very inexpensive route for me, and I just need something to get started. Because I only signed up with, what is it called, with GoDaddy.com for a year. I only did a year thing with them.
Oh,
And
you
I
did
paid,
sign up with them?
but it's not a contract. I could but I already paid the amount. Because it was pretty inexpensive. They gave me like $30 off. But this was for me to create it on my own terms and stuff like that.
Okay.
But they were saying then I could go in there and type in my services and for example, if I had a few employees working for me, be able to type in their schedule and whatnot, and then the clients would be able to book on there.
Pretty sure you can do that all with Bookio as well. But how much does this cost you, though?
It was really inexpensive. For the whole year, it was $161. Which is like $15 a month. Because I had Virago, and that was like $100 a month. But that's just to keep.
Is that a booking software? Bookio is legit too. Well, it's $40.
Yeah. So this doesn't work out
I just
well.
don't like people seeing I just like privacy.
Right, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
But anyway, Proton Mail is a server system based in Switzerland. It's supposed to be really, really secure. And cheap too. I mean, it's like for a business name, it's $4 a month.
To
Yeah, I
a
mean,
scheduling
what's your
fee?
email?
What do you mean?
Like, what's your email name?
Email name?
Or address? What's your email address?
I have a few.
For your business, though?
Oh, well, I mean, I have, so my sister set one up, but I don't really use that one because it's under her name, her
The one
email.
the eggs owner, the other owner?
My, well, no, my sister that was helping me.
Okay. Sounds good. So which one do you use there?
I just when I created my YouTube one, because my son is using my old email for his YouTube, and so that way I've added both accounts and then I can see what's happening.
So it's a YouTube email?
No, well, so my personal email I gave to Archie for his YouTube. Then I
Okay.
created my own YouTube, but then when I did that, I created a new Gmail for the salon.
For the salon.
Yes.
What's that email?
It's vmrhairlounge1@gmail.com.
Oh, okay.
And but yeah,
So I mean, so that costs you what? How much does that cost you?
what?
Having that VMR or that what is that called? The domain name?
Oh, the
Okay.
domain name, it was only like $13 for the website.
Oh, for the website. That's
So basically when I called the book, what is it, GoDaddy.com,
right.
they look on there to make sure that that domain isn't taken. So it was like $13 plus whatever altogether was like $161, which was really, really
Oh.
inexpensive.
Oh.
So then now I have my domain name out there. I don't,
So is email domain names the same? So if you have the website at vmr1.com, I mean,
oh, so the website will be vmrhairlounge.com. But that's my email that I can like put like the address, phone number, and email would be vmrhairlounge1@gmail.com. So
Okay.
that way people, if they wanted to email me their resume or whatever it is, then they would be able to just email it to me.
Yeah, but I mean, isn't it what, $5 a month or something for that domain, that email domain name? That makes sense? Does that make sense?
No.
At the VMR Hair Lounge? Because mine cost me like $5. So when I says john@thehiddenchambers.com,
Uh-huh.
that domain name, thehiddenchambers.com is $5 a month.
Huh.
And that's not bad, you know, but then this Proton privacy email system that I found is at $4 a month. So that's just good. I don't know. I just don't.
I didn't know that they charged for the email thing, because when he sent me that information and whatnot,
Well, it's like after a year. You sign up for it, then a year after you sign up for it, then that's when you start paying. How long have you had it then?
well, I mean, so there's the one, it's confusing me.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, so
It's okay.
when my sister created a Gmail account,
When was this?
it was just like, so basically when she created that account, it's like going to Google and doing a new account.
Right,
So I don't
right.
know how you ended up paying for it.
So I think after about a year or so, after you have that email, is when they start charging you $5 a month. I think it's a year free service and then $5 a month.
Huh.
Have you had it for a year or so? Or?
I mean, it'll be a year, but I mean, it's just an email, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but mine, they charge me.
Like, who did you tell?
I just signed up for it, and then all of a sudden they started charging me $5 a month on hey, what's going on? And then they told me what's been going on.
And so that's through Google?
Yeah, Google's it.
Huh. Well, I'll have to tell her because I don't really use that Gmail. Because I mean, it says, I think it says her name. She made it under her account, or like her Google. So it says Valentina. So then when people are sending or receiving an email, instead of saying Valmira, it says her name. You know what I mean? Then that makes it confusing. Because I was like, why didn't you just put Val? But then, yeah, because she already had her Google account, she just made a new account. It just went based off the information that she had on there, I'm guessing. I don't really know. But I just created a new one a few days ago.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense then. I mean, so you'll have it for a whole year, and then they'll start charging $5 a month for it.
Well, that's a great heads up. I will have to let my
Yeah,
sister
just
know.
watch yourself. Just I don't want you to go under because of it.
Right? For sure. That $5 adds up. You know, you know.
Are you gonna have time to get your car?
I might not have time tonight.
It's 5 o'clock. That's what I was thinking.
You're like, where's the rest of my living?
I love this. You get great reviews.
Good. Glad you enjoy it.
I might have to get a weekly pedicure.
Well, you do what you want, John. Just don't say I made you. You're like, because of you, I give you all my money.
No. Just want to help you out. Just give you a stand for it.
Well, you're too kind.
You're a good person. You're a hard worker. You get great pedicures.
Well, that's the best, because I mean, we're neighbors, and it's nice to be able to be like, well, I'm going to go get a haircut or a pedicure, or I'm just going to go say hi to Val. You know what I mean? It's nice to have people to come say hi every once in a while.
So yeah, no, it's really smart that you're using this extra time to go out and brainstorm ways to advertise and then market yourselves. It's what this time is for. I mean, then when you get busy, you just, you know, it's the different kinds of work. So you, the emotional work, and then there's the actual work, you know, to maintain the business.
Yeah, because I mean, in the summertime, like, all the salons are extremely busy, and then you get people left and right, like constantly, people that you are like, sorry, but I'm booked out for today, or you know what I mean, or the whole week at that, and they're like, wow, really? But then in the winter time, it can get a little bit harder, because it's like people hibernate. They don't care about getting, you know, lots of pedicures.
Yeah, and no, it's the time to save.
I mean, there's a few that'll go and pamper themselves, but it's not like keeping up with their.
So, would you say that Christmas is not a really strong time for you then?
I mean,
Is that how
it
that works?
is, because it's definitely getting busy, and it's going to be very, very crazy this month.
Yeah.
But then, like November, it was a okay month. October was okay month.
Yeah.
September was actually ended up being a pretty good month. And then August was good up until everyone went back to school. So up until the last week and a half is when it kind of slowed down. And that's how it usually goes.
Like Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving time.
Thanksgiving week was pretty awful in a way. Just because there's Black Friday,
Right.
and I mean the Asian people next door, they've owned a salon. The brother has owned a salon for 20 something years, and the sister was trying to buy one of my shampoo chairs because theirs broke. And so she came in here and was like, "Oh, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Good." And I'm like, "How's it going for you?" She's like, "Oh my goodness." And it was a Saturday, and she's like, "The salon has been so slow for 2 days and whatnot, and they haven't had any clients."
Yeah.
And I mean, me not being here for too long, even though when they're having like no clients on a Friday, Saturday, at least I had a few, you know what I mean? It wasn't where I was slammed, but yet I still made some profit, which is great. So like I was telling Brian, I'm like, well, I mean, it sucks, but yet it's not that bad because even though it is, like, I haven't been owning this for quite some time, and you hear from like the next door people that they've owned their salon for so many years,
And it's not doing as well.
and when it does slow down, like around that week, that at least I still made some money where they didn't, even though they've been there for quite some time. So I mean, it just varies because it is like this month. It's only going to get crazier until Christmas comes, you know?
And then right after Christmas is probably going to get really slow as well. You think, you know?
So it'll be in between because with the New Year's, new me, a lot of women like to come up with like goals.
Yeah.
Like if it's fitness goals or like, well, I need to do something, even though they just got like a haircut or a color in November for the holidays, they still feel like they need to change something. So I mean, it's in between. It can get, you just never know. It can get a little bit slow, but yeah, it can still stay a good pace. But if it is a little bit on the slower side, then it does definitely get busier once it starts February, and then March and April it starts warming up, and then around that time when people start kicking off their shoes, it gets really busy.
Well, as long as, good afternoon, good in chambers. Okay, 50% deal. Okay. Yeah, sure I do. Let me just check your, look, do you have a specific day or? Friday night, during the week of Christmas here, or that, or after Christmas? Alright, let me check you. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, so the weekend, the Friday after Christmas, see, we're talking about the 28th, then, is that right?
Yes, if that's the Friday.
Right, it
But
is,
it
yep.
sounds date-wise right.
Okay, Friday, December 28th, I've got 2 bookings, 7 to 8:30, 8:30 to 10 are taken, but the whole rest of the day is open.
So 7, so what time is your one before 7? What time would that one start?
It'll be 5:30 to 7,
9:30
5,
and
5:30 to 7. I've got 3 bookings that day. 11:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. is when I am booked that day. I can get you 5:30 to 7
That'd be perfect.
or 7 to 8:30 then.
Yeah, let's do the 5 to 7. I think, or what's the one after that?
I got a 5:30 to 7 or 7 to 8:30.
Let's do 7 to 8:30.
Okay. Do you have your Groupon promotion code?
I am on the road driving. Can I call you right back? Can you put my name down? And I'm just like 2 minutes from home.
Well, just give me a call. Nobody's gonna get booked that time. If you want, have you bought the Groupon too?
Have I what?
Have you bought the Groupon?
Oh yeah, I've already bought it.
Okay, so give me a call when you're ready, and I'll get you situated. I just need that 8-letter code from Groupon is all.
Okay, and then I have one other question. So I'm on 8600 South and 13th. What do you buy?
So we're just 2 doors down from Marco's Pizza. There's a Marco's Pizza in that little shopping center, and we're just 2 doors down on the
Del
second
Taco?
floor. Yeah, just across from Del Taco.
That'll be perfect. Because that's what all the family is, a Christmas present for all of us. So that'll be perfect. All right, I should call you back within the next 5 minutes. My name is Terry. If you want to tentatively just put it down, and I will call you right back.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Go ahead and both
Hi,
of
this
you.
is John at Hidden Change. Did you call? I got a 5:30 to 7. Get you. I got a 7 to 8:30 taken, and then I can get you an 8:30 to 10. Let me just double check the schedule, if that's okay. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I can get you an 8:30 to 10 tonight.
8:30 to 10, and then is that your last available time?
I can get you in 10 to 11:30 if you want to come in that late.
Okay. Wonderful. I know I just told you I'd call you right back, but I'm gonna call them one more time to make sure that works out. I'm just trying to make sure everyone's time slots align here.
Okay, yeah, no problem at
I'm
all.
definitely interested in it, and I'm definitely trying to get in there tonight.
Okay.
So just let me know for sure what time works best.
Okay, yeah, just let me know and we'll have it ready for you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead and bend your foot back. And then make sure that's not too hot. And then go ahead and I'm just gonna work some of this paraffin towards
So what
the
does this
front.
do?
So this hydrates and moisturizes.
Oh, wow, this feels so good.
Mm-hmm.
So nice.
Yeah, it's extremely relaxing. And go ahead and put your leg back. Perfection.
So nice.
Yeah, your treatment's coming to an end, John.
Oh man.
You're like, darn it. Yeah.
How much is this? What did I just pay for? Or how much did I just? Is this like $50?
Well, I gave you a discount.
No. It's against my religion.
Oh, whatever. We're neighbors.
Oh yeah, that's all the more reason to. Well, how much is it with the discount then?
For you?
What is it usually?
Well, like the spa pedicure, I do charge $39.
Okay, so $40 there. Okay.
But like I can give you a really good deal.
I'll give you 50.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay, fine, 60.
No. You
you're
just,
crazy.
you just put me when I get my website. Then just put me on the hidden chambers somehow.
Well,
For
just let me help you for now.
and then your people can be like, oh, I can get a pedicure, manicure, and go to hidden chambers afterwards.
Could I take you to dinner sometime?
You know, it sounds good, but
Oh, you have a boyfriend.
I don't. I'm not looking for one. I'm like, this is like, honestly, I'm not trying to mix work and dating together or whatever. And like, my main focus right now,
Just to get this going.
yes, and I don't want to
Smart.
get distracted or off track or any of
Well,
that.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to pay you $60 then.
No.
I just made $100. Good evening, Hidden Chambers. Hey, how's it going? Okay, likewise. Give me just a sec to get on the website here.
Okay, do I need to print the voucher or can I just show it to you on my phone?
Just tell it to me over the phone, and that should be fine.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I'm gonna put you on speaker while you're doing what you need to do.
Okay, hold on one second. I'm bringing up the website here. It's kind of a slow website.
I know that feeling. So is it the voucher number or the Groupon letters?
It should be an 8-letter code.
Okay, I see it. So I'm ready whenever you are.
I'm bringing up the website. So this is, how big is your group?
I was looking for 15. That's
Okay.
how many to keep on doing.
Okay.
And the number,
Well, when did you want to come in? Was it tonight or was it?
it was Saturday between, I think it was December 29th. It's the Saturday between Christmas and the New Year.
At 5:30 or 7, was it?
It's 7.
Could I get your first and last name?
Terry, Terry, O'Brien, O apostrophe, capital Brien.
And then email, could I get your email, Terry, so I can email you a receipt?
Absolutely. My email is TERRYLYNN150 at gmail.com.
Okay, so I got TERRYLYNN150 at gmail.com. Is that correct?
Yes.
Can I get your phone number, Terry, so in case I need to call you?
801-505-1824.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you, let's see here, could I grab that 8-letter Groupon code from you then?
Yes, it's D as in dog, V as in Victor, M as in Mary, W as in Washington, T as in Tom, K as in kangaroo, C as in cat, S as in Sam.
Okay, so I went through. Can I read you a quick terms and conditions statement before I finalize this book? It'll be 2 minutes for the long version, or I can give you a shorter version if you like.
Just the short version is fine.
Okay, so there's 2 main parts to this agreement. The first one is that we at Hidden Chambers will hold your group safety in the highest regards, but we still can't foresee everybody's future liabilities, so you in turn agree to waive any liability against Hidden Chambers should an accident happen in the impractical and unlikely possibility it would happen. In the 2 years I've been open, I haven't had any accidents happen, but that's not to say that an accident still couldn't happen. The second part of this agreement is that once I finalize this booking, I can't refund you money, but I can definitely change the reservation date and time to a different one that works for you. Is that okay?
Great.
Okay, I'm gonna finalize this. Okay, you're good to go for Saturday, December 29th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. You should receive an email confirmation. If there's anything else I can help or assist with, please don't hesitate to call or ask anytime. And thanks so much for choosing Hidden Chambers.
Thank you. You have a great day.
You too. Thanks so much. Anything else, let me know. Have a great night.
Thank you. Bye.
Wow, you're good at that.
I've been saying that for 2 years now. So
Was it hard when you first started? You're like
oh yeah,
reading.
there's so much memorization that goes on into that too.
How did you come up with what you needed to say with your liability and all that good stuff? Just
I
kind of
just-
figuring out
Yeah, I
what
just
you
figured
need
out and
to.
wrote down. And okay, so the terms and conditions, okay, this is Bookio right here, right? So, I mean, with Bookio, you can make them sign terms, or agree to the terms and conditions, which is, it's whatever you want to be. And then, so then I just kept reading it over time, and I was like, well, I wonder if I should add this or take this out. And, it just builds, small, it doesn't all come at once, it'll build, you'll add to it more and more when you do it, and so over time I just got to the point where I was able to realize that this is what to say, or if this situation is, if it's different, then I'll say something else, it just comes, it takes practice,
Well, that's
So,
awesome.
yeah. So there's $85 I just made. So I mean I can totally afford to pay $60.
No, John, I feel bad, and I want you to come back.
Well, I totally want to come back. I totally want. Well, I would like to take you again or something, but you're pretty busy. I'm pretty busy. Can I show you my puzzle box? At
Yeah,
least?
I would love
See what you think.
to. Yeah.
Of it and see what's. It'll be done pretty soon. The second prototype will be done, but there's a few other things I want to add on to. But it looks pretty cool.
And you brought one up upstairs at the hidden chambers?
So I'm making, what I'm doing with the prototypes, I'm going to put them into the hidden chambers so that you play around with it, and I can see how strong they are. But the wooden ones that I have, they just break like no other. They're $40 a puzzle box for this one kind of puzzle box, and they just break like no other because they're flimsy wood. And this plastic that I'm making out of is a lot more durable, so I think it'll hold up and stand out really well for the traffic that's going to come through. So we'll see though, but it's looking really good though.
That's so exciting. Well, that's
I'll need
awesome.
help if it does take off, then I'll definitely need help. So, are you interested at all? Do you want to do this?
What would I have to do?
You just pour. Okay, you mix the resin. Okay, do you know how? Have you ever done a mold with resin? I'll tell it to you pretty quickly here. So, I mean, the resins come in two parts. You have to mix them together, and then they'll hard them up to whatever shape you want it to be. So I'll make the mold and everything, right? So all you people would do is just mix the resin together, mix it up, and then pour it into the mold. Then it dries in about 10 minutes when it's hard. And then, yeah, that's all that is. And then, but there's different shapes that need to be glued together too. So you do that with
For the
that little-
puzzle?
Yeah, so there's like the main body, and there's a few other pieces you have to glue together. So you pour the molds, and that takes 10 minutes for it to dry, and then you glue them together, and then the next day you're done. Or you could, I don't know, the silicone glue that I use would be pretty well dry in 5 hours or so, but it's total pure is 20 hours.
Oh, wow.
That's all it is. It's easy work, but it'd be kind of, I imagine it'd be kind of monotonous over time. If you're just doing that over and over and over, so, but it makes pretty good money with it.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, I want to get there first. I want to be able to make it so that I can make those things pretty quickly. Honestly, I think they would do pretty well. But I don't know, we'll see.
I mean, you could sell them to other hidden chamber places or
Or
other
escape rooms, yeah.
escape rooms.
I'll be the only escape room that I know of with my own puzzle box line.
Wow, yeah, you're gonna go big, John. And imagine how many there is nation and like outside of the country.
Yeah, and doing it in Walmart too. I mean, you can sell them to Walmart or Amazon. I want to start out with Amazon. We'll see. I don't know. But I mean, right now, as it is, they're all wooden puzzle boxes that break all the time. There's not a lot of plastic ones out there. I mean, there's some plastic ones with some But not the cool wooden ones. The wooden ones have a cool design and there's no plastic. For those buzz boxes, and as a result, those ones break. The wooden ones break all the time. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do plastic buzz boxes to see how this thing out, see how well it'll be on the market. You know?
Yeah.
So this first one's taken forever to design. There's a lot of curves and just stuff you have to. But I 3D print stuff a lot. I love it. It's like a hobby that I do. So I know how to design those things. And 3D printers will really make things really precise. They're very, very precise, and it makes it possible for you to print out whatever shape you want. And that's pretty fun. I like designing things. It's fun.
That's awesome.
So I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is so cool.
it's fun.
Sounds like soon you're gonna have a factory and you're gonna need that place next door.
I'm thinking to, because in my room is so there's the 20-foot by 20-foot room, right? And then there's a hidden door in it that opens up into another room. That room rarely gets used. I mean, sometimes I'll get bigger groups and stuff, but I could convert that second room into a puzzle making place. So I might do that. And then if I really need to ramp it up, I could probably rent out this place over here. But I don't know. That's a big if. You know, I don't know if it's gonna do that well or not. I don't know. If I do need to, then I'll open it. It's for wishful thinking, you know.
Hey, well, you keep putting it out there, it happens. There's this, you know how they say, can't think of it like manifesting or whatever? There was, what's his name? Can't think of his name. Darn it, there's this one actor. He does very funny movies.
Jim Carrey?
Yes.
How did I know that?
Yeah, have you seen that one movie where he's like, can I ask you a question? No, it's
Is it The Mask or is it,
it's the movie way before, and he's like grabbing his butt cheeks. He's like, can I ask you a question?
Oh, I remember that. Where is that?
So this guy.
I remember that too. I remember. I know what you're talking about. I just can't pinpoint. That was a long. Was it Ace Ventura?
Yes.
I think
Yes. We even have that movie.
I don't remember that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I was watching a documentary on him,
I
and
don't like Jim Carrey now. He turned into a communist.
what do you mean?
He's a
What's
communist
a
guy.
communist mean?
It means that he wants socialism and not. From what I've been reading on Facebook, I subscribe to different channels, you know, with what I think is legit, because I don't believe the news anymore these days. And just what I hear from Jim Carrey is that he's all for socialism and not capitalism. And socialism is control, you know, and it's not
Control with himself or
control of others, government controlling you in an effort to be a fair society. You know, capitalism is about equal opportunity. Communism is about equal outcome. If that makes any sense. Equal opportunity versus equal outcome. They're completely opposites. And he's all about socialism. What I read, I mean, he's turning into one of those people, and it's like, he used to be a really funny guy, though. I liked a lot of his movies, but I'm like, I don't know about the guy now.
wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm kind of a political guy. I like to some of the. I really do a lot of studying up on what's going on with our government. I mean, we've had just people from Islam being elected as mayors of Michigan and Minnesota, and that's kind of scary. It's like Sharia law. What the freak? Why do we want Sharia law in the U.S.?
Well, I'm sure she's educated and just because she's Islamic, I'm sure doesn't mean that she is terrorist.
She's
nationalistic.
they're anti-Israel. They're just. Oh,
What does that
forget
mean?
it. Do you know who Israel is, or what country Israel is, right?
They're the holy place, right?
Well, they're capitalists in the middle of a bunch of communist countries in the Middle East, and they're very, very capitalist people, just like America is, you know. Oh, that feels really good.
Go ahead and put your.
You getting all this?
People are gonna be like, "My, that looks nice and comforting." Hopefully.
Oh no, it's awesome. I'm in 7-Eleven right now because all the warm towels, the warm everything.
Mhm.
So nice. Do you find with when you work around the water that your hands get chapped a lot?
Yeah, especially in the winter time. Like right now, they're really, really dry,
Yeah,
and if you
yeah.
can see, I'm getting cracks,
Yeah.
and then it starts bleeding
Yeah.
a little bit.
Mine
So.
is the same way. But over time it just makes it so that because every time I reset the room, I always wash my hands. I just be on the sanitary side of things, and because I wash them so much, my hands get really cracked.
Mhm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, same here. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, John.
Oh, it was awesome sauce. Complete awesome sauce.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're definitely crazy busy.
Yeah.
I mean, the last 45 minutes or an hour that you've been here, it was like call after call.
3 calls, yeah.
That's awesome. Maybe I should like start what you're doing.
It's a lot of work. It really is. You really have to.
I'm just giving you crap.
Have to-
I couldn't hang because I mean, they say it's like do what you love, do what you're good at. No, I mean for you, I couldn't be good at that. You know what I
It
mean?
just takes practice. That's all it is. I couldn't be very good at the. I mean, I could if I practiced it. You know, it's all about the practice. But you
Right.
That's so nice.
I'm glad you enjoyed.